this suitcase internet is meant to be a kind of emergency backup internet that would give people a way of communicating when a shutdown occurs. It's under development right now. It's something we're investing in, and it's one project among many that we're investing in right now to help people get their voices out.
When it comes to human rights, what is our leverage? When we look at a place like Syria, what leverage do we have to affect change there?
Well, it's a good question. I mean, I think we do have leverage, and we're bringing that leverage in terms of the voices of the international community. But one of the things that we're focused on, particularly in my bureau, is the leverage of the people on the ground. You know, the voices of the people on the ground will not be denied forever. And it didn't work for Mubarak, it didn't work for Gaddafi, and it's not going to work for Assad. And, you know, those voices are the voices of people trying to claim their own future. And we support their right to do that.
When we talk about voices, it kind of brings us full circle back to the internet and the ability for folks to communicate with each other on the ground. I was looking at an article in the New York Times today that was quoting an unnamed American official, so we'll just have to go with that, unfortunately. But this is what the official said. Quote, "We see the elements of an armed opposition across Syria. We don't really know who these armed groups are." And I'm curious about that, Daniel, when it comes to empowering people on the ground, whether it's through the internet or otherwise. How good is our intelligence about who exactly they are and whether or not we truly want to help them? That's a tough question when we see those human rights violations, but it is a question we have to ask.
Of course, there are tough strategic questions, and there always will be, not only in the Middle East, but everywhere in the world. But there's not a strategic question about whether we stand for human rights. You know, through Republican and Democratic administrations, we have been consistent. It's part of who we are as Americans.
Echo, who is that?
What happens when
Who
a
is
government
that?
respects rights and gives people the right to claim their own future and craft their own future. And that's what we're watching right now across the Middle East and around the world, as people are stepping up and saying that they want to claim their rights, they want to express themselves, they want to say what kind of future they want to have. And we support that. And that's not about a particular message, it's about a universal standard, and it's one that we've